Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another declutter series for you. This will be the last in my series, and as you can tell, I have a lot of brushes. I really don't know how many I'm going to get rid of, which is really bad because I've got an insane amount of brushes. I'd probably say there's about 300 brushes here, and off camera there's a few more as well. So I'm just going to go straight in. I'm going to do my best. I mean, I'm probably going to get rid of more of my sort of older eBay type brushes, even though most of them are really great. I've just bought so many brush brands recently that I might as well get rid of some because I don't need this many. I'm going to start off with some lip brushes because I've got 9 and I rarely ever use a lip brush. So let's have a look and let's see. So I have one here from e.l.f. I'm going to try and go through these as quickly as possible, guys, because I've got so many brushes. This video would just be so long. This one I've had this for so long. I don't think I've ever really used it, and it's kind of like rock hard, so I'm just going to chuck this one away. Then I've got a couple that are sort of in this format. So let's see. One from Ovani, a random eBay, Nancy, and Jessup. So I think I'm going to keep the Nancy, I'm going to keep the Jessup, I'm going to pass both of these two along. Okay, then I have a couple of more here, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep this one because it has my name on it. It's a Danielle brush. I'm going to keep the Real Techniques, I'm going to keep the Royal&Langnickel and just get rid of this random eBay brush. I then have a couple of sort of brow brushes here. I use the spoolies for my brow, so I'm going to keep both of these, and I'm going to pass on this because I never really use these. Then going into my actual brow brushes. Now I don't know if I'm going to get rid of any of these because I love most of these, so let's have a look. This is an old one that I got on eBay set, so I will pass this along. Got one from 17, this random eBay one, but I do like it. I have another eBay one which is really good as it has the spoolie on the other end. Real Techniques, Morphe. This is a Real Techniques one, so I'm going to keep that. This one's an eBay one, so I'm going to pass this along. It's not very good. Another Real Techniques which I love. This was actually an eyeliner one, I think. It's an eyeliner brush, but it's quite thick, so I like to use that for my brows. This is one from Wilkinson's, which I love. Zoeva. I have a couple of the Makeup Revolution. This one here is one of those Danielle brushes, and as you can tell, most of the name's gone, so I use that one a lot. This one here from Ovani I don't use, so I'm going to pass this along. And then I have these two newer ones. They're quite thin, but I haven't used those yet, so I'm going to keep those ones. Then here I have a hell of a lot of eyeliner brushes. So again, I'm just going to try and go through these and see which ones I'm going to keep. I've got a few here from Real Techniques, and I do love their ones, so I'm going to keep those. So that's those 5. Crazy. I've got 2 here that are from Maybelline, which come with their gel pots. I don't use these, so I'm going to pass these along. A couple here from Zoeva, I'm going to keep those. This one from Avon's really good, so I'm going to keep that one. Then I have 3 here from Nancy, which are really good, so I'm keeping those. This one from BH Cosmetics I've not tried yet, so I'm going to keep that. One from Royal&Langnickel. This one is one I've had for ages, and it's a really good one, so I'm going to keep that. This Jessup one's really nice. And these are all sort of eBay ones, which this one is really good, but I've got so many already, I think I'm just going to pass all 3 of these along. I then have 3 kabuki brushes. This one from Essence is really nice, so I'm going to keep that. I really love this one as well, and I really love this one, but I think I don't really reach for this one very much. It's not actually MAC, it's one I got from eBay, so I'm going to pass this along and keep these 2. Okay, I've got some random brushes in here. This one here was from eBay, it's absolutely amazing, so I'm keeping this. I think I've got a couple in here. These are from the Bow Bell brushes, and some of the brushes I do really like still, but some of them, they're just not dense enough. They're really, as you can tell, there's not very many bristles in there, so I'm going to pass both of these along. This one's another eBay one that's just not as good, so I'm going to pass that one along. the Real Techniques buffing brush. I'm going to keep this because I do quite like this brush and it'd be quite good for bronzer as well as foundation, so I'm going to keep that one. This one from e.l.f., the powder brush. It's meant to be really good for foundation, but I've never used it, so I'm just going to pass this along. I have this little one from Max Factor, which is a blusher brush. I don't use ones like this for blusher, so I'm going to pass this along also. Then I've got a couple of these little brushes which came in a sort of a mini set. They are quite nice, but I don't reach for smaller brushes usually, so I'm going to pass all of these along. Okay, I've got another little one here. Most of these are from eBay also. This one's actually Bare Minerals, and so is this one, so I'm keeping both of these. They're really good for their products. I then have this little kabuki one and this one. These come from a set from eBay. They are okay, but I don't reach for them again because them being smaller, so I'm going to pass these along. I do quite like this one, but it is actually, the ferrule's starting to come apart, so I'm just going to chuck this one in the bin. Okay, these ones are the oval brushes. I've not experimented with too many of them. I really like the really big one for foundation, and this one, and this one for your concealer. So I still need to keep testing those out, so I'm going to keep all 10 of those. Let's go into this set. So here I have my luxury brush set from Nancy. These are so pretty. I'm definitely going to keep all of these. Then in this section, I have shader brushes. I mean, seriously, there's probably about 20 to 30 brushes here. So let's get into these. Again, I'm going to go sort of through the brands and keep those ones and then see what I think about the rest. So this is one from Crown Brush, Spectrum. This is from Mask. It goes with their pigments, so I'm going to keep that. This one from e.l.f. is okay. I'll put that one to the side and see. This one from Morphe's good. The Nancy ones are really good. I've got 2 of these. One of those slightly smaller, but I like those. The ones from Real Techniques, again, I have 2 of these. These are really good. They're the base shadow brush, but they're sort of like shadow brushes. You could use these to blend out your crease. You could use them to put shadow on. You can just sort of pretty much use these brushes for almost anything, and I love these. Another one from Real Techniques is from their Bold Metals collection. I really like this. I'm keeping that one. I have a couple more here from Spectrum, so I'm going to keep these ones. I have the Delium tools here, one from Zoeva, Royal&Langnickel, a sort of bigger shader one from Nancy, this one here from the Danielle, and another one from the Danielle Cosmetics. The Makeup Revolution brush is really nice. This one from BH Cosmetics, and this one is from Royal&Langnickel. Okay, I've not kept many of the actual sort of really tiny ones, so I'm going to keep a couple of the ones that I have here. So I've got a couple from Jessup and Ovani, which are really good. So I'm going to keep those ones, and I think these 3 and probably the e.l.f. I'm going to pass along. So I'm still keeping a lot. I did not do very well on that one. So turning this little organizer around, here we have blending brushes. And again, there's quite a lot, so let's see if I get rid of any. I doubt it. This one's the E25 from Sigma, definitely keeping that. The E40 from Sigma, definitely keeping that one as well. I've got one from Morphe here, which is amazing. It's the E23. This one's from Spectrum. Another one from Morphe. It's kind of a dupe for the E25 from Sigma. This is the M433. Another one from Zoeva, which is really good. This one from Delium Tools. This is another Morphe one. Another Crown brush. Another Morphe. This is Elaine Badro, which is really good. Another Royal&Langnickel. This one's actually an eBay one I got recently, but the packaging, like, this is so pretty, and the brush is really nice too, so I'm keeping that. This one from Primark, it's not so much a blending brush. I use this to put on sort of a cream shadow, so I'm keeping that one. This one from BH Cosmetics is really nice. And I do like these ones from Essence, but I prefer this one to these two that I have, so I'm going to keep this one and pass these two along. I think for these eBay ones, again, I'm going to pass them along. Okay, I did better than I thought I would with that one, guys. So, next ones are Crease. Again, I have a lot of Crease brushes, so let's go for the named brands that I know I want to keep, all my favourites. The Spectrum one, a Real Techniques, Delium Tools, Zoeva, some Morphe here from the Elite Collection. I really like these ones from 17, they're really nice. This one is from Makeup Revolution, another Morphe. I have a Nancy and a crown brush, Zoeva, another Zoeva, another crown brush. These two from Wilkinson's are really nice, I'm keeping those. A Delium Tools, so I've got this one from e.l.f. and then another 3 Morphe. I like this one from Jessup, so I'm definitely keeping that. This one from Makeup Revolution is quite nice, and this Avon, and that's another one of the Makeup Revolution. So I'm going to pass on these two. Again, they're both eBay brushes, so I'm going to pass those along. Still not doing very great. I'm hoping this one would be a bit easier because I don't use these brushes as often now. These are sort of slanted brushes. So I have this little one from Morphe, which I do really like. One from Beauty Bay, which is really good. This one from MUA is good. I have 3 of the ones from Makeup Revolution, which I really like. One from BH Cosmetics, Spectrum, another BH Cosmetics. And then the rest here, I've got this Makeup Revolution one, which is one of their curved brushes, but I'm not a big fan, so I am actually going to pass this one along, as well as these other 3 eBay brushes. Okay, the last of the eye brushes, guys. So these are all more detailed sort of brushes. Again, I'm going to go in for the ones that are sort of the brands and stuff that I really know I'm going to definitely keep. So there's a lot of pencil brushes, and then these little ones here for the inner corner. So let's have a look. So we have a couple of Zoeva, Royal&Langnickel, a Morphe, and another Zoeva. These Makeup Revolution ones, I think I have a couple of these, and I really like these ones. There's another one. This one from Real Techniques. This one from number 7, Spectrum, Morphe. 2 more from Morphe here, Nancy, BH Cosmetics, another one of those Makeup Revolution ones, another BH Cosmetics. This one's an eBay one, but I do really like that one. This is a really good pencil brush. This one from Real Techniques. I do quite like this one, but I'm going to pass these 4 along. Okay, so these ones, this side I've got highlighter brushes, so let's have a look. I don't think I'll be getting rid of any. Okay, so I've got these 2 big ones from eBay. This one's a new one, and this one's one I've had for a while. But I don't think I need 2 big fan brushes, so I'm going to keep the new one and pass this one along. I have this one from Morphe, which I'm going to keep. And then I have my 2 Morphe 501 brushes, which I love. The Real Techniques highlight brush. This one from e.l.f. is amazing. I have 2 of those. The Sigma F03 is amazing. This brush that I recently got on eBay is really good for highlighting also. And I have the Zoeva Luxe highlighter brush. This one from MUA is quite nice. This one from Delium Tools. This is one I got off eBay. It's just a smaller fan brush. I use this one for cream highlight. This one's a Jessup one. And these are both new ones from eBay, but they look really nice for sort of highlighting, so I'm definitely keeping those. Wow. So I got rid of 1 highlight brush. Brilliant, well done. So I don't actually have as many blush brushes as I thought I did, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be getting rid of any. So I've got this one from e.l.f., which I use for cream blush. This one from Danielle Cosmetics, so I'm definitely keeping that one. The ones from Makeup Revolution I really like. This one from Luxie Beauty is amazing. It's the 504 Large Angle Brush. The E4 from Morphe Elite Collection. This one's one I've had for quite a while, so it's kind of sentimental to me also, so I'm definitely keeping this one. This one from Avon's quite good, and this one from Makeup Gallery. I've not actually tried it out yet, so I definitely want to try it, and I'm going to just pass along on this Avani one. This is sort of my main brushes. It's sort of a little spinny thing. So let's go through. I have a lot of concealer brushes here, and I don't know if I'll be getting rid of any of these because I literally need them, and need is definitely the word. So let's see. I have a lot here. I've got some from BH Cosmetics. So this one from Bow I do really like. I like these sort of ones. I also have the Nancy one like this, and one from BH Cosmetics. I really like these. This one from Crown Brush is the Mini Duo Fiber Blender. I like to use this for concealer. You can use it for foundation if you wish to, but it is quite small. This one from Makeup Revolution. This one's really good. I have a couple of the Real Techniques. These are foundation brushes, but I use these as concealer brushes. The same for these two. This is Real Techniques, and this is Zoeva. They're sort of the blending brushes. I either use these for concealer to buff it out under my eyes, or I use it for base, sort of a cream shadows and things out of my eyes, but I keep them with my concealer brushes. The e.l.f. concealer brush is really good. This one from BH Cosmetics, I really like to use my corrector under my eye. I then have a few flat brushes, some smaller, some bigger, that again I like to use for concealer. I don't think I really want to pass any of these along. Oops. We're not doing very well. And then all of these are from eBay. So let's see. I think there's a couple in here maybe from BH Cosmetics. This one and this one. Okay, yeah, that's it. So I keep those two for definite. And let's have a look at these and see which ones I like to keep. I know I use this one a lot, and this one, and this one. This one, and these two. These ones kind of I don't very use because they're kind of weird shapes. So I'm going to pass these two along and keep these ones. I know, didn't do very well there either, guys. Okay, so foundation brushes. Also, you probably find that I don't have all of my brushes here. There are a couple that need to be cleaned, but obviously they're brushes I use quite often, so I won't be passing them along. But one more brush that I use for concealer. This is the Nancy foundation, but again, I like to use the paddle brushes for concealer. So foundation, we have this one from Nancy, definitely keeping this one. I do have two of this, but obviously the other one's in to be washed. It's the Morphe G6. I have one here from BH Cosmetics. This one's really good, and this one also. I have two of the Real Techniques Expert Face Brushes. I love these. The Sigma F82, definitely keeping that. The Royal&Langnickel Complexion Brush. I definitely love this one. It's kind of similar. It's kind of similar to the Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques. And same for this one. This is the multitasking brush from Look Good Feel Better. I have this one here from Spectrum. I've not really figured out what I want to use this for yet. It could be for foundation, I could use it for concealer, buffing out contour, but I kind of keep that in with those. This e.l.f. brush I like to use, it's sort of a buffing brush from them. I like to use it with my cushion foundation, so I put that on with a sponge and then blend it more with this. This is one of the only ones from Bow that I kind of like, so I'm keeping that one. I have this one from Black Canvas. I've only got it recently, so I've only used it once, so I've not had a chance to try that out very much. And then the last one I have here is from Makeup Revolution. This one is quite nice for foundation also. Okay, so these ones are all to set my under eye. So the Morphe M438, definitely keeping that one. I actually have two of these. This is the Real Techniques setting brush, keeping that. I have two of the e.l.f. Tapered blush brushes, but I prefer to use these for setting my under eye. I got this one online recently. Again, it's that gold sort of handle. I've not used this yet, but I think I'd use that for setting my under eye. This one from MUA. Again, I could use this for setting my under eye, or I could use it for powder. The same for this one from Jessup. I really like it, so I think I'm going to keep that one. This one from Morphe, definitely keeping. It's the E48, so that's amazing. The contour brush from Real Techniques, I like to use this as a setting brush. Oh, there's the other setting brush also. This one from Delium Tools, again I like to use that for setting my under eye. This one from Revolution, it's really good. It's meant to be like a blush brush, but it's perfect for setting the under eye. And the same for this one from Morphe, it's meant to be an eyeshadow, but I like to set my under eye with that. Then I have this one from 17, it's meant to be a blush brush, but it's kind of like that one from e.l.f. that I like, so I'm keeping those. And I think I'm going to pass on both of these. There's one from Avani and another eBay brush. Okay, a couple more here, guys. Okay, so I've got a couple of duo fibre brushes here. I like to use these to set my foundation sometimes, so I'm definitely keeping these. I will pass on the Avani one though, because it's not as good. So I've got one from MAC, e.l.f., another e.l.f. and Wilkinson's. I then have a couple more of the Danielle brushes, so keeping both of those. The multi-task brush from Real Techniques, I love this. This one from Morphe, the E3, this is amazing. The Real Techniques angled powder brush, this is really good. This is another one of those eBay ones I got recently, so I'm keeping that. One from Royal&Langnickel. I have two here from Makeup Revolution. These are amazing to fit into the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder, so keeping these. And then I have this one from Jessup. I do really like this, but I think I should probably pass it along as I have so many. Okay, so that's all of the brushes in there. Then I have a few more here. So these are more sort of duo fibre brushes. I have one from Jessup, which I just don't reach for this sort of flat one. I've got one from Avani, so I'm going to pass both of these along. I have this one from Nancy, which is really nice. One from Revolution, one from e.l.f., and this one's more of a highlighting brush from Real Techniques. So I'm going to put that in with my highlighting brushes and keep these ones in with the other stipple. I'm going to keep these three in with the other duo fibre brushes. Okay, and here's some more powder brushes. So I have this one from Real Techniques, which is quite nice. This one from Wilkinson's, it's amazing. Like, it's one of the biggest brushes I've ever seen. I just don't really reach for bigger powder brushes anymore, but it's so soft. I can't do it, I have to keep it. I have two of the powder brushes from Real Techniques. Obviously I don't necessarily need two because I don't reach them so often, so I'm going to keep one and pass the other along. This is one I got on eBay recently. It looks like the It Cosmetics brushes, so I thought it looked really cool, so I'm going to keep that. And it's not as dense as that one from Wilkinson's, so this would be a lot easier to use. I have this one from Avon, and they are really nice brushes, but I think I'll just pass one along as I don't reach for it very often. This one from Nancy, I'm going to keep this one as I love their brushes. And this is another one I got recently off eBay, but I've got so many powder brushes, I think I'm just going to pass this one along. So what's left is my contour and bronzing brushes. It's a lot, isn't it? And I do not contour every day. I do not bronze every day. I have an issue. So let's see if I can get rid of any of these. So first of all, let's have a look at the bronzing brushes. Okay, this one from Nancy, I know I'm not getting rid of. Or the one here from Royal&Langnickel. I have another from Nancy. Real Techniques. This one from BH Cosmetics I really like. I often use this just to sort of buff everything in, so I'm definitely keeping that. I have two here from Spectrum. I'm going to keep those. This one from BH Cosmetics is really nice as well. This one from Revolution, I really like to use this for bronzer, so I'm going to keep that. I think I might keep this one as well. It's an eBay brush, but it's really nicely sized for bronzing, and you could potentially use this for contour as well. And I think we're going to pass on all of these. This one is from Wilkinson's, and these are all eBay brushes, so I'm going to pass them along. Okay, I did a little bit on those than I thought. And then these are all contour. Okay. So let's have a look at all of the black paddle brushes. First of all, there's just a few. So I do like this one from Morphe, so I'm going to keep that. This one from Makeup Revolution I don't really use, and I'd rather keep the more expensive Real Techniques one, so I'm going to pass this one along. This one from Revolution, again, I don't really like these curved brushes, except for the one I use in my highlight for cream highlighting, so I'm going to pass this one along. This was from eBay. It's meant to be sort of a NARS eater brush. Obviously, I can't imagine the quality is anywhere near the same, as the hairs fall out all over the place. So I'm going to just pass this along. I then have this one here from Crown. I'm going to keep that one. Then I have one from MUA, which I've not tried out yet. These two from Freezem I really like, but I think what I'll do is I'll keep one and pass the other one along. Why does one of them look thicker? Okay, the brushes look slightly different, so I'm going to keep them both. And I'm going to keep both of these, so e.l.f. and MUA. Wow, I did not do very good there. Then I have the Real Techniques contour brush. I love this for contouring also. This one from Makeup Revolution I don't use, so I'm going to pass that along. I have a few here from Crown. I'm going to keep all of those. They are quite new to me and I've not tried them out yet. I have this one from Delium, which I'm going to keep, and this one from Royal&Langnickel, which I'm also going to keep. I then have 3 more here. This one from Ivani I'm going to pass on. This one, it's quite new to me, so I'm going to keep that. And this one's quite cool. It looks like one of the Sigma 3D kabuki brushes, and it's super soft, so I'm going to keep this one. So I'm going to do a really quick, or as quick as I can, count up of what I'm getting rid of and what I'm keeping. Okay, so I'm keeping 313 brushes. That's a lot. Let's see how many I'm getting rid of. Okay, so I kind of a success, I think. I got rid of 71 brushes. I did not realise I had nearly 400 brushes. That is kind of crazy. Like, too crazy. I would say I need to try and stop buying so many brushes, but I like to test different brushes out. I wanted to start doing more reviews on different brushes and comparisons. So we know I'm not going to stop buying them. I'm a bit of a brush addict. But I think I did well. Getting rid of 71 brushes is quite good. Having 313 left, not so good. But I think I did well. So that's it, guys. That's the end of my declutter series. If there is anything else that I get to and think, actually, no, I'm going to pass this along to, I may do another video. But at the moment, I'm completely done. So thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Bye.